Good morning everybody, my name is Devren Cook, and in today's video I'm going to be discussing how in 2020 to start real estate investing. I'm going to go through 5 quick and easy things that you need to know before you get started, so stay tuned and let's get going. Alright, and the number one thing that you need to decide and be prepared for when looking to start real estate investing in 2020 is knowing what your financial situation is. What that means is you need to decide if you're going to be paying cash or you're going to be financing through hard money lenders, through a traditional bank or lending company. And the reason that's so important is because when you go to put offers in on properties, when you start looking, it's really going to be a waste of your time if you don't know that you're able to afford a property. That means if you don't have $200,000 cash or you're not approved for $200,000 via your hard money lender, your lending company, whoever it's going to be, you won't really know for sure whether or not you can buy that property you're looking at. So it's very important that you know exactly how much you can afford and how you're going to purchase that property from the get-go. That way you don't lose time, because time is money. And I want you guys to make smart decisions and to be able to get the property that you need in the time frame that you need it. And if you don't have all of this figured out and a great deal comes on the market and you're not quick enough because you don't have the financing or the cash on hand to purchase that property, you may lose it. And then you lost out a potential money-making, long-term wealth-building opportunity for you and your family. And so that's why number one is that you figure out how you're going to pay for the home, whether it be cash, hard money, lending, whatever it's going to be. Figure that out quickly and first before looking at any properties, so that way you know exactly going in how you're going to pay for that property and make that investment. All right, guys, and number two is decide what your investment strategy is going to be. There's a lot of ways to invest in real estate, and I'm going to just quickly go through some of them. You could use the buy a turnkey property, or a property that's ready to go, doesn't need any work, and just rent it out. Start cash flowing off of that property. That's a great option. You could use the BRRRR method, which is buy, rehab, rent, refinance, and repeat. That's a very common, very popular method, and I'll discuss in another video exactly how that works. You could look at investing in strictly single-family properties. You can look at investing in commercial properties and multifamilies, from 1 to 4, duplexes, triplexes, quadplexes. You can look at buying apartment complexes, 16 units plus, like Grant Cardone says. When investing in real estate, you also don't have to strictly invest in housing. That's a very popular sector of real estate to invest in, but you could also be investing in commercial office space, commercial retail space, like strip malls, those kinds of things. You could be investing in dry cleaning operations. You could be investing in warehouses and storage, industrial facilities. There are so many options when you start getting into real estate investing that really you can do whatever you want. So pick something that you're very interested in and that you have the passion or the knowledge already to start understanding and educating yourself about that sector. That way you can become the master, the expert, and you can know everything about that piece, whether it's retail, whether it's apartments, whether it's single family, whether it's industrial, whatever it is, become the expert in that section and strictly do that until you become the master of it. And then go branch off, and if you got into industrial and now you want to get into retail, you can branch off into retail after you've really mastered your craft in industrial. Then you can start branching off. You don't want to do too many things at once, because then not all of them are going to get your full attention. All right, and the third thing that you guys need to be aware of is choose your target market and choose your investment criteria. Now what that means is you're not going to start off by real estate investing and be successful if you're just looking at the entire, say you're in America, the entire population of America as a whole. If you're looking anywhere in America, you're largely going to get overwhelmed and you're probably not going to invest in anything, because that's a large market to really understand and to be able to look at the numbers for all of those properties in New York versus Miami versus LA versus Dallas versus Oregon. It's going to be hard to compare and really keep track of how everything's going and master that one market. So you need to decide what your market is. Maybe that market is North Carolina. Maybe it's Dallas, maybe it's Houston, maybe it's LA or Miami. Wherever that is, pick your market, your city or your state, and hone in on that market. And that's where you're going to buy your properties. You can always branch out later to other states, other cities. But when you start, you need to pick a small area and become the master of that area. Similar to becoming the master in whatever sector of real estate you're getting into, you need to become the master in your market, your local geographical area, wherever it's going to be. Know that so well that you know the prices, you know what the cap rate should be, you know everything about it. And along with that, you need to know what your investment criteria is. If you're looking at single family properties, you need to know, Are you going to be looking for 3-bedroom homes, for 4-bedroom homes, 5-bedroom homes, 1 bath, 2 bath, 2.5 bath? What are you looking for? If you're looking for industrial warehouse space, what's the square footage you're looking for? How close is it to major freeways or airports or train stations? All those different things. You need to be aware of exactly what you're looking for. That way you can filter out all the junk that doesn't meet your criteria when you actually start looking for properties. Number 4 is you need to hire an agent, start looking, and put in offers. Now there's a common debate amongst real estate investors, especially in the housing sector. Some will hire an agent and be very exclusive with that agent. Others will work with whatever agent can show them the property. My suggestion to you is find a great agent. You don't have to pick that agent and be with him long term, but eventually you want to find an agent that will be with you over the length of your real estate investing career. Because that way you will get to know each other. He will know exactly what you're looking for, and you can build a partnership where you're able to find more properties and get better deals because of that relationship. If you're committed to an agent and you bring all of the properties, all of the deals through him, he's gonna make sure that he's finding deals for you and bringing all the best deals to you as well. It's a very synergistic relationship. You guys are giving to each other and you're both receiving. So hire an agent and build that relationship. And when you start looking at properties, don't feel like you have to buy the first one, and know that you're probably gonna wanna be looking at a lot of properties in order to find the right one. You're not gonna be looking emotionally. This is a purely logical, mathematical, and investment-based decision. Don't make it with your heart just because you think the property is beautiful or in a great location. A great location will be great when you're running your numbers, but you wanna make sure that the property mathematically makes sense. And once you find that property, start making offers. Start calculating how much to offer, how much you can make from the property cash flow wise, or if you're flipping it, how much you can flip it for. Make all of those decisions and start writing offers. The more offers you get in, the more likely you'll be to get one accepted. And also determine whether or not you're in a buyer's or seller's market, because that's gonna determine what your offer needs to be and how aggressive you need to be as well. Item number 5 is to buy right. The way you make money in real estate is not through selling your real estate. It's not through renting your real estate. The way you make money is through buying it. Now the reason is because if you buy the house or the warehouse or the retail space, whatever it's gonna be, if you buy it properly, you will make money at closing. If you buy a property and it is in foreclosure, it's a single family home, and it's worth $200,000 and you buy it for $150, and you could go resell it for $200, well guess what? You just made an instant $50,000. It's not always that simple. There's usually a lot more bits and pieces that go along with all these things. But know that it is very, very possible and realistic to purchase undervalued properties that you instantly make money on. It's not easy, and you're probably gonna be competing with other investors because these are great opportunities, but the opportunities are out there and it is possible. And that's ultimately what you wanna go for. Because if you make money when you buy the property, you will surely make even more money when you go to sell the property months or years or decades later. All right guys, that's all 5 steps. I hope that made sense. I'm gonna give you a 6th step. It's kind of a bonus step, and that is to rinse and repeat. Once you have gone through all 5 of those steps and you've got a perfect investment property, or as near perfect as it can be, and it's cash flowing, or you flipped it, or you've made money, or you're making money through cash flow every single month, do it again. Make the same decision, buy another property similar to that one, and keep building your real estate investment portfolio. Because as you do so, that's how you're gonna build long-term wealth, through investing large amounts over time. All right guys, thank you for watching this video. Stay tuned for the next one. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you later on.